Popular, everybody. Friday morning reload.
Every day reaching toward the light. And you know that the long way ahead of you. But when your will gets you there, things will turn out right.
And we are back. So, after taking a little bit of time to beef her up, she's officially beefed, people. What's popular? Welcome back to Brave's Toy Review. I am the well-dressed nerd, Brave. And we have well-dressed the fuck up out of Angela. She's looking really good now, right? Take a look at her. So it took me, with consideration to bullshit time, because, I got to get my bullshit time in. I think it took me maybe like 2.5 hours. That's like not total time. That's like, taking breaks, fucking off, getting on Facebook, tweetering, watching some news, watching some cartoons, irritating my wife, messing with my kids, making them do chores for no reason, all kinds of shit. So about 2.5 hours. And this is the outcome. And I just got these little chicks right here in the background just because I felt like she needed to have some... Oh, camera just slipped. She needed to have some beefy bras in the background. Beefy bras in the background to, really set her off and just accent just how dope she's looking right now. Now, Angela was already the one of the best figures to come out of Marvel Legends in 2017. As I was reminded of by one of you, let's say fellow collectors, by a fellow collector in one of the Marvel groups. Like, he was like, way the fuck up, one of the best figures to come out in 2017. And I understand how he feels, not really, because, she is one of the best figures. I don't understand the idea of, getting personal and acting like I'm like, defacing a church or a Bible or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. To each his own. Maybe this is his Bible. I don't know. But I think she looks pretty good. I think she came out pretty well. We stripped the fuck out of the Todd McFarlane toys, Spawn, Angela, to get all of these parts. Now, I said it before, I'll say it again. This is definitely not a custom. This is more of a mod or a kit bash, if you will. Again, for a custom, and if we really wanted to customize this, if we really wanted to get in deep, the proper way to do that. And I'm stating this because, I used to do customs, and there are a lot of customizers who put some hard work in breaking figures down, just priming them, just putting on sculpting original parts, sculpting pieces, filling in pieces. It's a lot of work that goes into customizing. So I don't want to discredit that by saying that this is a custom, and I don't want you guys to run around saying, okay, I'm going to work on it, I'm going to customize my Angela now. It's not customizing. It's not. But feel free to take what I've done here as a just as a kind of motivation or a point in the right direction for hooking up your figure. Because here's what's real. We get these figures, and we do gripe about these figures when we get them, and like, oh, this doesn't have this, and this doesn't have that. Right? But there's nothing that's saying that you can't go and, take some parts and pieces and make yours even better so she looks even more banging on that shelf, right? So we disregarded a lot of the weapons that we pointed out in the last video. If you haven't seen my last video where we kind of did a basic review of the basic figure as she comes, basic bitch, as she comes out of pack, please go down below, and there should be links if I updated it, and you could go to that link and you can check out that video, right? But yeah, we disregard a lot of those weapons. There are a couple that we actually still want to mess with. I'll get with that in a minute, right? But for right now, let's go with what we did. So we kept the swords from the other Angela. Give me that sword. So we kept this sword, which is pretty cool sword. We kept this little knife she has, because it's also pretty cool knife. Come on, knife. It's pretty cool. And we kept her sword. So let me point some things out right quick. Let's turn her on around. Oh, and just check it out. She's not frail. She's not frail. No, my work is official, right? So, so now the sword can go in and out of the sheath with little problem. Still a little effort, but little issue now, right? So what I did was, and you can go also to the, you can also go to the video. There should be a link below for that as well, where I kind of break down what bits and parts and how I did what or whatever. It's kind of like a step by step, not an all out step by step. I didn't footage get all of it in footage, but still, you can see some of the behind the scenes of making this come to life, right? Okay, so we kind of we scraped this out a bit, and then the major trick, the big turning point was boiling some water. That's like the trick, the catch-20 trick right there. Dropping it in, loosening up the plastic, softening it, and that allowed the sword to move in and out now with little issue. So a trick in, boil your water, and some people turn the water off and then let it sit. Fuck all that. Boil that bitch. Once it starts getting hot, you see the water boiling like you're ready to drop some ramen noodles in. Don't drop ramen noodles in. Drop the sword in. Drop the sword sheath in, right? Let it sit in there for a while. Take it out, and then immediately plug that sword in and start shivving it out. You know the motion. Well, some of you know the motion, right? And that'll loosen this up really, really well. All right. So here we go. We took the that little cloth piece there, and we adhered it to this right here. Now, the hot glue wasn't working with this. It was not working for this. And as a matter of fact, it was making it really thick, and it wasn't fitting around her waist. The belt, causing the belt not fit around her waist. So we took some cement, some liquid cement, and bonded it. And at first, it's like it wasn't going to bond either, but it actually did bond. And the good thing about that shit is once it's bonded, that's it. No more worries, people. It's on and it's on. We took this portion right here. This was originally a shoulder piece, and we bonded it to the leg. Now, I originally had it compressed, so it wrapped around a lot better, but then as it was like pre-dry, I fucked around with it. I did something, and I kind of snagged this portion and caused it to come away a little bit. So that's kind of unfortunate. I can't always take it off because this is hot glue on here, so I could always take it off. The cool thing about hot glue, you always take it off, warm it up, like put it in warm water, something like that, and pop it right off and peel that glue off, and then reform it, and then reapply it. You could always do that if you so choose. I may not. I don't fucking know. I may take all this shit off so I can paint her down. Like, I don't know. Just depends on how motivated I'm feeling. The breast pieces here, the little broad joints here, were surprisingly the easiest pieces to go on and stay. And keep in mind, I didn't typically, if you want to do a custom or just even a mod, you should always, and let me say this first, you should always take at least some soapy water and a toothbrush and just kind of scrub it down to get the waxy feel off the plastic, just so at minimum, whatever you're gluing on or painting on sticks to it better, adheres to the plastic better, right? I ain't even did that shit. I was like, fuck it, real quick. And with no problem, these joints stuck on. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I tug on them at some point, they'll come off. Big deal. This guy, the belt, what we did with the belt was we dropped it off. Again, we dropped this whole bit in the hot water, right? And I brought this all the way down her hips to stretch it out, right? But again, because of the way I was originally putting this on, it was just making it too thick and it wasn't working out. So after taking this off and reapplying the liquid cement and then putting it on, I kind of lost focus of the whole, bringing it down and making the belt lower, which is fine because it still seats better on her waist or around her waist than it did originally. So it's just fine. It's just fine. It's not all up on her stomach and shit like that. So it's cool. This piece right here, I took off and we dropped that in the hot. Everything went in the hot water. Everything. Now this little shoulder bit here, if you can see it correctly, it was originally on here, right? You can see where the glue spot. I gotta take some alcohol and rub that out, right? Rub one out. It was originally there, and because the shoulder pads here and here had gotten soft from dropping her over upper torso in the hot water, it allowed these to move, and this is still soft now. So before, let me just point this out. Before, you couldn't get that full motion. Remember that? Well, now you can because that hot water just really softened these up, and now you can get the full range of movement from loosening it up, right? But with this on here, once you popped her head back on, the hair really, this just was bumping all into the hair and was getting in the way. So what we've done is we've taken this piece and connected it to this instead, the little neck ribbon thing, right? And that allows us to be really loose, move around, go wherever you want to go, and it doesn't stop the movement at all. So it's not getting caught up with this. So you have two moving pieces now. You have this piece and you have this piece, so you can go all the way up or as much as you can, anyways. And this won't get in the way, right? We also took the bracelet, the little bracelet, the bangles, right? And we put them around her neck, like African tribeswoman style, right? The idea came to me. I was like, that's kind of dope, because it didn't make any sense to put it on her wrist because there was already so much going on the wrist. You dig what I'm saying? Another cool thing about putting these in the hot water is that now they lay down better and they flow better instead of having them all sticking out like antennas. That was dumb as fuck. And then the cool thing about having this shoulder pad piece here is now you have these extra ribbons. You're just giving extra body to the actual figure, right? It just makes the figure reach out more, right? In my opinion, right? Just makes it really cool in the way that like Spawn. Remember Spawn's cape or Batman's cape when it's drawn by the right artist is everywhere it's flowing, right? The hair is a lot softer now. These bits right here stand up so much because this bit right here is sticking. This is the prize of the whole thing, and also the point of contention, because my issue with the issue I have with this is the same issue I have with these axe pieces, and we'll get back to that axe piece in a minute. They're so thick, it's not sharp. Now, one of the cool things about the original piece they had on their head originally is that they were flat, they were slimmer, right? So it was more dynamic, right? So I may consider getting another one and taking that head and having it as an alternative to this one. Or I may go back and use my Dremel and major development with the Dremel. The fucking battery was like burnt out. Like, I need a new battery. I couldn't use my Dremel. If you watch the other video, you'll see where I'm like, oh shit. Anyways, may sand these down, just kind of thin them out a little bit to make it look more intimidating. That thickness makes it like it's like, trying to be safe for kids or some shit. And that's you can't be kid safe and intimidating. That's bullshit. Yeah, so if I get another one of these, I'll take a different head, female head, put it on that one, and maybe make that other one into some other Valkyrie style fucking cousin, what's his name, Odin's cousin or some shit. Odin's cousin's son or some shit, I don't fucking know. But all in all, it came out pretty well. I really like the way the figure came out. I hope you like it. If you choose to do it, I would say, I would advise you to, take a look at my other video where I'm actually going through some of the steps and some of the tips and tricks. You can hit that comment down. You can hit the little link down below to see that video. And other than that, I would say have fun, enjoy it, and don't feel like there's any rules you got to stick to. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You can get pieces from anything. Because at one point, I was going to take the Odinson bath, the little hip skirt thing, and I was going to fucking apply it to her. I was going to put the Odin cape on hers. And you can do anything you want to do. Just have fun when you do it. You feel me? Do you feel me? Oh, speaking of which, I think I have this cloth right here. I can make her a cape. That might be a bit much. I don't know. Some things I'm looking at doing possibly still to make it look a little bit dope, right? I still want to do something with these axes because these axes are a prominent part of the character. Like they're relevant to the character, right? They're her angelic axe things or whatever, right? But where can I store them at? Because I want weapon storage. I want to create storage for the rest of for the knife and for this other sword as well, right? But these things are so big, they kind of like they're kind of bulky, they kind of get in the way. Maybe I'll create this storage for them on the back of the sword sheath. So then they're hanging their here, but but not just like all bullshit like that though. Let's see if we can stand her up right quick. We'll hook it up so that they go out and they're stored in the X fashion like that, like in the cartoons. You see what I'm saying? That would be kind of dope. Something like that. That would be dope, right? And then yeah, and then that'll bring it on home. So let's point out some negatives real quick, because if you can't criticize yourself, then you can't take criticism from anyone else, then you're just a fucker, right? So I already pointed out this right here kind of lost shape. We may reshape that. These bits here need to be cleaned up. And another reason why you point your own flaws out, so you other motherfuckers can't do it. Like, I knew he knew what he was doing. He's so full of shit. Look at this bullshit. Looks like garbage. You know, you motherfuckers be waiting in the wings to hate, right? So So these pits right here could be cleaned off a lot better. Again, it was kind of like not really a rush job. It just wasn't like I wasn't dedicated to it. I just wanted to get something done and come back and show you guys, and then I'll go back and square away on my own. I might take some pictures of this shit. I really fucking like this way it came out. I liked it before. I really fucking like her now. She's so sexy. She's so hot. But yeah, all right, cool. So that's our beefed up Angela. Again, if you want to see the original figure before the changes were made, where we kind of look at Angela, we talk about how Angela came from existing in the Image world and moving over to the Marvel world and some of her backstory and blah 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 blah. Please check out the link below. And if you want to see some of the behind the scenes to bringing her to here, please check out the link below. Hey, if you guys enjoy what I'm doing, you like what I'm saying, you don't like what I'm saying, I don't give a fuck if you like it or you don't like it. I'm just saying what I care about is that you watch it. You know what I'm saying? You can literally watch my shit, hit me in the comments or with an email and talk mad shit to me. I like engaging no matter what. Love me or hate me, you can't leave me alone is what I care about. All right, so please, if you like what you see me doing, if you want to keep up with me, please, of course, hit the likes on this video, hit the share on this video, obviously subscribe. Why wouldn't you not want to subscribe? He's putting in all of the work, why would you not want to subscribe? And go on over to the Facebook page, The Well-Dressed Nerd on Facebook. You can look me up by @The Well-Dressed Nerd. You can also find me on Instagram @The Well-Dressed Nerd, @brave_new_world. And you can also find me on the tweeters as The Well-Dressed Nerd as well. Hashtag Braves Toy Review. Hashtag Well-Dressed Nerd. Hashtag Braves Vlog. Hashtag Braves Videos, Views, and Reviews. Hashtag a lot of hash fucking tags. I'm out of here. Out of here. There's a power that comes from deep inside.
Protect